Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Stepping Into the Light. Another night, another walk, another one with your boy Mahadoni. Today's going to be an interesting talk. Yet again, I have not prepared for it, but I do have a better idea of what I'd like to talk about, and hopefully we'll see where it goes from there. If you're new here, well, I'm just here to talk while I go on a walk at night. I call it Stepping Into the Light for the reason that Junior go and check out the first one or two walks I posted. I think it was the first one. It would make sense if it was the first one. If it was one after the first one, why would I do an introduction that's after the introductory video, you know? So it doesn't make that much sense. But yeah, today I'm gonna be doing something different. I'm gonna be talking to you about a subject that's a little deep, and something maybe not many of you guys are like too keen or caring about, and being a bit careless. It's about music. It's about the effect of music on us, on people, on everything. I'm gonna tell you the points straight ahead, and then I'll get into the why and how and examples and whatnot. But today, I don't know if I feel like today's talk will be a little bit short. I want to make as long but as proper as possible. So here we go. To get right onto it, music is bad. Don't listen to music. Stop listening to music. Just fully embrace not listening to music. Just eliminate it from your life. You know, that's the point I'm making. So if you're like, nah, I don't care, and you know, music is my life, it makes me who I am, it makes me happy, and all of that, well, this might not be the video for you, but it would be an interesting perspective for you to see, you know, because I've felt what you guys have felt. For those people who really rely on music on a daily basis, I felt what you felt. When I was much younger, I used to listen to music basically on a daily basis. So when I used to study, when I used to play gaming, even when I was gaming with someone who was right next to me and trying to have a conversation, we would both share the same music we're listening to. That's basically it. No, I don't know what you guys would think, but I think you guys would agree. You guys would listen to music pretty much every day, right? You guys would do it like even when we're in school and having a study session, for example. Music. When you're making a video, music. What music should I pick? Which one sounds the best? Most of you listen to music when you go to parties and stuff. Yeah. So this is basically where many people would do. Many people stay at home with their pianos, guitars, or whatnot, and listen to music. Today's weather is fantastic, regardless of me sniffing every second and having a little bit of a runny nose. Today's weather is fantastic. I'm loving it. Anywho, back to music. The reason why I'm saying music is very bad, and when I say bad, I don't mean it's not like music. When you listen to music, whatever music it is, your favorite music, it sounds nice. It sounds so cool and all of that. It just sounds relaxing. But that's the issue. We're not saying music uh, it doesn't feel good. Yes, it does feel good, and that's for a fact, and I'm not denying it. But the effect that it has on a person is what makes it terribly incompatible to human beings. Which is why I'm saying, if you're listening to music, you should immediately stop. And I know when I say the word immediately, it's like, is this guy crazy? How am I gonna stop listening to music after listening to music my entire life? I'll tell you how. Because I've listened to music most of my life, and I've stopped because, and I don't want to bring religion into this, and people are going to say, oh, it's just because of religion. But no, regardless of religion. But when I started to get into more of that, I started to understand why it was bad, and then I stopped. So obviously I didn't stop and listening to music for 2-3 days and that was it. No, it was hard. It was super hard. It took me, I want to say it's still taking me time to really get over it, you know, for many years, because every time I hear music wherever I go, like into a shop, into the gym, into this and that, it has an effect on me, as it does to literally everyone who loves music. And maybe not, whatever. But the way I try to master it is legitimately to stop listening to music. Every time I have the urge to listen to music, I would either delete the music that I have, remove any apps or any of that type of stuff, or I do something else, or I occupy myself with something else. And the reason why I'm using the word occupy is because when I used to listen to music, for example, I would be studying and I would listen to music. It would be like kind of a multitasking sort of thing, you know. But then I got attached to it and all of that, so I had to find some sort of replacement. So in order for me to really focus better at studying, for example, or whatever it could be, it depends on you, but I'm just using studying because that's the most applicable to myself. So I had to find something to multitask with during my studying period, and of course this isn't the best replacement, but it's the healthiest replacement that I've come up with until I managed to really focus just on studying and avoid any distractions. I used to open up the TV series or movies I was watching, and I would just watch and study at the same time. At that point, I started to really avoid listening to music and just really start focusing on studying and doing something that isn't really harmful. And then later on, at some point, I pushed away from doing multitasking while studying and just focus on studying. And of course, you guys can apply this in whatever way you need to. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be study. It could be anything. It could be going to the gym. Let's say going to the gym. I used to want to listen to music going to the gym because I thought it would be really motivating. It would really inspire me. It would really give me that magical boost, you know. And that's what many people do. You see them, they sit 5 hours on their phone scrolling through the right music at the right time, at the right moment, at the right workout, at the right set, at the right move, at the right rep, you know. So music is everywhere, and we know that, in every country, in every aspect, in every category, and everything. So we gotta grow out of it. And when I used to go to the gym while having earbuds attached to my phone and listening to something, I found it very distracting, in a sense that I had to really find the right music or really find the right thing to give me the boost. Oh, there's a car anger, road rage. Yeah, anyways. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, so basically I was distracted, and people are going to say no, I don't get distracted, but it's proven, and we have seen time and time again that people do get very much distracted by having to choose the right music and all, to spend so much time on their phones, cool down, and feel that they haven't done well, and the reason could be just behind music. Trust me, if you, and the way I would put it is, when I go to the gym, for example, and I wanted to put music, let's say for example, and I wanted to motivate myself, I would tell myself, okay, wait, hold on, let's say I am abandoned in the desert or whatever, and I had to use my mental capabilities, my muscles, my all the workout that I've trained, yeah, to really push through an obstacle that might be life and death. We're taking something very extreme, you know, and I don't have music. What, I'm gonna just wait until someone pops by my phone and earbuds and listen to music and then do the challenging thing that might let me survive? No, of course not. So you guys gotta think it that way. If you're using music to help you push yourself, well, then you're using the wrong tool. The only tool you need is up in your head, the magical word, the magical thing that no one could truly understand, the mental brain. You know, it's all about mentality. It's all about pushing through, using whatever you've got inside of you, using the resource that is a blessing inside of you to really overcome any challenges you have. You know, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down, or do I really have to put it down for you to pick? That was such a bad joke. You guys get what I mean. I hope you do. Let me know in the comments if you do think you do understand what I'm saying. So that's what I would do. I would be like, okay, I take the very extreme. Okay, sometimes many people would ask me, why do you not bring water with you in the gym, for example? I would say it's because I want to train myself without needing anything with me. You know, I want to make it the most difficult thing ever. I know drinking water could possibly optimize the results of my weight loss and muscle gain. I understand that, but I also wanna do whatever it takes to every time I walk, this dog barks. Okay, yeah, I want to do everything I can to maximize myself without the need to use anything. Again, we're gonna use the example of the desert. Say I'm in the desert and I really need pull this piece of broken obstacle that's squeezing on my leg, and if I don't use my muscles to do so, I might die or whatever. Sure, what, I'm gonna wait for water and then no, it doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So I'm giving you guys extreme examples. I even gave you something that's even unrelated to music. But going back to music, and music, where do you usually find music the most, other than your phone and and stuff? Parties, pubs, so on and so forth. Like, now I'm not gonna get into alcohol right now, but that's a whole different discussion. But music, guys, music really gets into your brain. It really does affect you. Trust me. I'm gonna give you an example. It's something I don't think anyone knows, or at least nobody would remember if they were there when it happened. Back in middle school, so this is a bit of a story time from Mahadoni on his night walk, stepping into the light. This is a minute story. So in middle school, we used to have a 2 times a year school dance, I think. The winter break dance, I think, used to be at a specific venue, whereas the other one used to be at our school auditorium, like the assembly room, if you want to put it that way. So we would have that, and I would go, I would see people dancing, there was music, there was a lot of emotions, there was people going crazy, there were people who were emotional, whether it was happy or sad, or just like me, depressing. Some people would remember that I would sit up on top using the music in my ears to really fuel the depression inside of me, if you want to use the word depression, or you want to use the word sadness, guilt, what else do you want to use? Feeling of being a loser, feeling of being useless, feeling of being not being able to get what I want or what you want. You know, there's a lot of that feeling going around. I'm assuming everything I'm saying you guys would relate to. Don't tell me when you listen to depressing music, or like those really famous music, that you don't feel anything, you know? You don't feel like you're sad, you don't feel like the music really pops up with what's happening right now with you. That's music just playing inside of you, playing in your head, you know? That's all. Hold on a sec, guys. So yeah, where was I at? I'm trying to think of a song, but I can't really think of one. Like, let's say, what song can I say that you guys might relate to? I don't know any songs. I don't have them memorized. But there are songs where like you're so depressed because of a breakup, and you want to hurt them, but you feel so hurt and all of that, and then you guys would listen to it, and then you would feel the same thing, and then so on and so forth. It would make you depressing, and then at some point someone might feel suicidal or whatever because they feel so upset, they feel depressed, they feel unworthy, they feel undiscovered or whatever, you know. This is what music does. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. It's unfortunate I'm stuck on the right words for this right now, but this is what music does. It gets inside your head. It makes you think that the thing that you're listening to 100% relates to what you're going through, what you're feeling, and it plays within your head. It makes you even more sad. People would say no, it makes you feel good, it makes you it feels relatable, it feels that someone's understanding you, but no one's understanding you, because music isn't someone that you talk to. It's not something you should correlate to. It's not something you should focus on. If you're going through something, the best way to figure it out is to talk to someone, you know. That's the only way you're gonna figure it out. And if you don't want to talk to anyone, that's fine, that's your choice. But you gotta find a way to release that feeling inside of you in some way. I'll give you guys an example. Because when music used to make me, like, let's say, upset about a certain thing, the things that, or usually when I was upset, yeah, when music used to make me upset with certain things, some things I would do is play sports. You know, and many people could vouch on this for me. When I was in middle school, I used to go pretty much every day after school till like 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. just shooting my football at the goal, or playing basketball, or doing something active, getting myself out there, you know. Something else I would do is watch YouTube, watch TV series, watch movies. Another thing I would do is video games. And something else I would do, which as a result, if you've seen me, my whole self, is eat a lot of food. Which don't ignore that. Well, like, you can't ignore it since I said it, but like, don't focus on that, because eating food a lot is also very unhealthy, although that's like something many people do to relieve whatever sort of problems they have. Guys, you know music, not listening to music has done something very important to me regarding my mental health, and this is something I hope everyone so far has watched, and I hope you don't skip or click off or whatever, because this is actually super important, and I really need every one of you to listen to this, to focus, to have an open mind and not be aggressive or deny it or whatever. The most that stopping listening to music has done for me is freed me up in here. It's freed me up in my head. It's made me so much lighter. It stopped the talking in my head, the doubt in my head, the negativity, the sadness, self-consciousness and all of that. It just freed my head so much. Music used to be the best thing in the world to me. But when I stopped listening, like actually stopped listening, I felt so much freer. I felt so much happier. You know, when people say you really gotta lose weight, losing the weight will because okay, let me say this again. You know, when people saying you have problems, you feel depressed, anxiety, stress, so on and so forth, and then people say you gotta go to the gym, lose some weight, yeah, that will make you happier, that will make you all of this and get rid of all of that. That's what music is. That music is what's causing the problem. And people are gonna say no, again, people are gonna deny it, and they're gonna deny. You know, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Once I told this person that I don't listen to music at all. The reaction was like, what? No, I listen to music every day. That's impossible, I can't. And they were like, but how? Like, I told them it just makes me feel so much better. I told them, try it for 1 week, zero music. If you're gonna cheat and go to, I don't know, to a shop that has your favorite music on every day, then no, of course you're not gonna deal with the issue. But you get what I mean. Avoid it. Trust me, guys. If you guys stop listening to music for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just keep pushing. I'm hiding myself. Yes, I'm hiding myself because there are like 50 million people here looking at me weirdly. They're all with their partners, and I'm still holding a camera. If that doesn't look depressing, then what? I'm joking. I'm still not used to holding the camera confidently in front of people. Something that I believe eventually I'll get better at, hopefully. Anyways, guys, I beg you, I truly beg you, for the sake, and I'm not even bringing religion into this. That's the thing. This is everything I'm saying is without even considering what religion has to say about it. Because religion says it's haram. It's forbidden in English. It's forbidden. It's not prohibited. It is prohibited, I mean. Or is it not? I hate those moments when you confuse yourself with something you actually already know. Anyways, it's forbidden. Music is forbidden. It's haram. You're not allowed. You shouldn't. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded it. Khalas. You accept it. And that's the religion point of view. And I already told you everything, and I didn't even mention religion. Ladies and gents, trust me, I have to keep on repeating myself because it is truly horrible. It is truly horrible. Trust me, for 1 week don't listen to music. For 2 weeks don't listen to music. For 3, and then keep pushing yourself to 4, and then to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, until you stop listening to music completely. Trust me, I truly need you to trust me. Yeah, that music is not the key to you being a happy person. It's not the key to you feeling like a happy person, feeling good about yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. Anything you need, just avoid music. Avoid going to nightclubs or parties. Even if it's a birthday party, don't even have the music on, don't. It's not worth it. People say we listen to music. You need music in celebrations, but you really don't need music in celebrating something. What you need to celebrate is to celebrate with your friends and family, and whatever the occasion is. Celebrate with them, and not needing to have music on. Avoid this music shenanigans. It really frustrates me that I'm unable to clearly send out this message. I really don't know if people are going to be able to hear this. I'm going to go back to the example I was saying earlier. When I was in middle school and I was at the school dance that I went to it on purpose, just to be sitting there seeing the girl I had the crush on and listening to the music, just to get that feeling of being, again, I'm going to use the term depression because that's, I just want to make it relatable to everyone. It just like, imagine that someone going to a school dance, they have a crush on someone, they're using music to fuel up the sadness they feel inside of them. Imagine that. Imagine how sad that is. Imagine how lonely that is. Trust me, I'm not making any of this up. People who knew me back then and still remember those times can vouch for me. I'll tell you something earlier that happened many years after. In high school, I took theater as one of my classes. and we had this time where there was this music on, and I don't remember exactly what it was about, but it was a class we were doing stuff. There was a lot of like excitement, happiness, movements, and all of that with music and stuff. It was it felt pretty much like a party, if you want to say it that way, but there was an educational aspect to it that I can't remember. Honestly, at some moments after it, I literally went to the side. I was like, no, I can't do this, you know. I literally told myself in my head, I can't do this. I even had, it even came to the point where one of my friends back then told me, are you okay? What's up? I was like, no, nothing, because I didn't want to, it would have been weird to discuss such things, you know. It's not something you really discuss with anyone. But because right now, I'm a changed person, inshallah, hopefully, thankfully, I'm sharing these experiences. At that moment, I was like, I see many people around me. I see happiness. But why is the music, if everyone around me is happy and I was happy and nothing was wrong, then why is it as soon as the music turned on, I felt so sad? It's as if all the happiness got sucked out of me. You know, if you guys didn't know Harry Potter, I'm gonna use this reference. It's like it's like the mentors, all the mentors that exist came and sucked everything out of me. You know, sucked all the best moments of my life and kept only the bad stuff. That's basically how it felt. So I really hope you guys don't think I'm making this up. I hope you guys believe me. I hope you guys trust me enough to really give this a try and not listen to music. I see many people, millions, a few billion people around the world listen to music. There is 8.02 billion people on this planet, and we're still growing. That it might even be an under count, you know, it might be even higher. Imagine that 8.02 plus billion people in this world, maybe more than 50% of them, maybe 90% of them listen to music. Imagine how every single one of them are feeling. Imagine if you were able to count all the people who, imagine how you could statistically gather up all the data you need in order to understand how people are feeling because of how music is affecting someone. Obviously these are very specific variables, and pretty much uncontrollable on a wider scale, because every single person is different. Every single person goes through something different, you know. Every person's life is different. Every person's biology is different. Every person's mental habitat is different. Like right now, I want to tell you guys something right now. Right now, me, this present me, walking under the lights in this dark street in the dark night, in the beautiful atmosphere that I'm in. If I did not have this camera on, and I would be walking with music in my ears, oh, don't even I would feel so sad. Whether the music is happy, singing in the showers, that sort of stuff, you know. Yeah, I just remembered that song, singing in the shower, da, 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 whatever. Yeah, even the song's happy or sad or exciting or pop or I don't know what techno, I don't know what it's called. These stupid new things are coming up every day electro, I don't know what it's called. No matter what it is, it's gonna make you feel sad. It's gonna make you feel like you're relating to the lyrics that are being said, and you don't even, if you were to take the lyrics and fully analyze it and read within the lines and read the story behind the person who came up with the lyrics, or the person who's going through the things that are said in the lyrics, while having an open mind and not being in denial, not being so stubborn or whatever, you would fully understand how it feels, you know. You would understand that they're different. Hold on one second, because I'm going through something. There's someone walking right here right now. I don't know. You know, a weird thought just came to my mind. What if people think I'm holding what if people think I'm holding a gun in my hand, where it's actually just my camera on a stick? That's not a funny joke. Anyways, I'm trying to think of other experiences I've had where music has really, you know, recently, these past 1 or 2 weeks when I've been in the gym, they've been putting songs that I recognize and that I used to listen to a lot. And you know how much it has distracted me, how much it has affected me? As soon as I hear it, bam, I go into this mindset of feeling sad, looking back at stuff that are useless. I sometimes get distracted to the point where I lose time, where I'm like, wait, how do I go from walking for 5 minutes to walking for 7 minutes in like 10 seconds? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm trying to think of a whole lot more than just this. I just remembered another example. When I was in elementary school, I used to have a crush, and we were on a school trip, and if I remember correctly, we on this school trip, we went to this, like, we traveled, of course, within the country. We traveled somewhere, and it was on a ski trip, I think, as well, or something. I don't remember. It was like in elementary. It was a long time ago. I guess they rented out this place for the night, something we could just go and have fun and just be our kid self. And as far as I remember, it was like a disco place, or like stuff. Of course, there weren't people. It was only just us who were on the school trip, so there weren't random strangers. And of course, there was no alcohol as far as we knew, as far as I knew. We would just drink Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, all that stuff. There were places where you could dance. There were places where you could play pool. There were just a whole bunch of stuff, you know, that sort of thing. You know, there was a moment where I was sitting at this table with my Coca-Cola in my hand, and I was like thinking, with all the music in the background, with all the people that I know from my class, my classmates and all that, and the people I had a crush on, the person I had a crush on, I was like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel so sad? I can't have my crush. I can't be with my crush. My crush doesn't like me. I ended up going somewhere, and then me and this guy, who we were somewhat close, We sat on this couch and we just talked it out. He was going through stuff, feeling stuff, I was feeling stuff. Guys, this is elementary. This is elementary. It's not even middle school, high school, post high school, all of that. This is elementary. We're just kids. What do we know about having a hard time? What do we know about anything? So it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what your level of problems are, because if everything that I've shared with you guys, all the experiences, all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the sadness and all of that has been going throughout those periods of my time during those school years, these non-school years, or whatever it could be. And you could clearly deduce from everything that I've said that music is the effect of everything. I don't think there's, like, I've told you, see, this is where I feel like I might be rambling. People might get confused. Let me just take a second. This is where music has really affected, or you could see the effect of music on me. Music, based on everything I've had to share with you so far, music has only, the sadness has only really truly peaked and elevated and affected me is when music was on. When music was on, whether I'm alone, whether I'm with people, but it's when music is on. But when music is off, I'm back to reality. I'm back to myself. I'm like, hey, I'm watching this YouTube video, I heard the song, wait, let me hear the song. And then 30-40 minutes later, out of snapping myself out of that deep thought of whatever while listening to this music, oh wait, it's been 40 minutes. I need to finish watching this video. Yeah, I was actually really enjoying it, you know? That's what music does. I'm not even gonna look, there's the combination of music, alcohol, drugs, and all of that. I don't think I really need to discuss drugs, because it's apparent how harmful it is, but I want to get into that on a different walk. I've done this conversation before on one of my solo podcasts that you could watch for yourself, but I feel like this time I've given a whole lot more reality to it, whole lot more examples, you know, that sort of thing. I won't lie to you guys, I thought sharing this would make me feel happier, because I would essentially hopefully be able to reach out to many of you and help many of you change your minds, change how you feel. But I still feel the same way, and maybe the reason why is because I didn't send my message out clearly. Maybe sometimes that's why I'm better at writing essays than presenting a presentation, you know. And I'll tell you why. Because when I present something, it's like, okay, I need to know this and I just gotta say this, but then that's it. But when I'm writing an essay, for example, when I sit there typing on my keyboard all my thoughts, I jot them down, all unorganized, all messy and all of that. And then yeah, I could work through it, I could restructure it, make the message clear, have everything coherent, organized, and then whoever needs to read it can read it. Yeah. I think this is one of those moments where silence is more powerful than me talking right now. I can end the video there, but this silence, this atmosphere, the beeping of the cars, the riding of the bicycle, the barking of the dog, the sound of the wind smashing into the audio capture device within the camera, the light, the darkness, really, it needs a little bit of silence. You know, I have a lot of stuff that I'd like to share, but I'm even running out of battery space. That's sooner. But there's some stuff I usually tend to like to share. Some things I'd usually like to say. You know, there's a whole lot of regret going around. I'd like to lay out there. Obviously, I tend to keep I want to keep my private life private, because my private life is a different life than the life I live on camera or around people. It doesn't mean that I'm not my true self. This is where the difference comes in. You could be your true self within your personal life, your private life, and your public life. You could be the same person, but the things you say, the things you share, the things you think, the things you publicize are different. Which is why I don't think you would necessarily ever get the full of someone. And this is why I prefer everyone keeping their identity to themselves. It's not about being stalked. It's not about being harassed. It's not about any of that, you know. Because everyone has the one bodyguard that everyone needs. Everyone has that one being that can protect you no matter what, if that is how it's meant to be. And that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You guys would probably get that reference best from Muhammad Ali, the boxer. Everyone that enjoys boxing or knows a little bit about boxing might have heard of him. See, this is where I'm gonna dip slightly into religion. When you feel like you're going through something and you really need to listen to music, instead of listening to music and trying to express the way you feel through music, speak to the one who created you. Speak to the one who understands what you're going through better than you understand what you are going through. Speak to the person who has a plan for you. Speak directly. You know, this is the one difference, one very key difference between Islam and Christianity, is that in Christianity You go to a church, you go to a priest, you sit in a cabin, I think, I'm not sure what they call it. I don't want to be disrespectful or call it something that sound, but they go into one of those small rooms where they can't see each other but only hear each other. The person talks to the priest, confesses their sins or whatever it might be, or tries to express themselves in whatever manner they desire, and then the priest reassures them and does whatever they're taught to do. And that's the key difference between Christianity and Islam. If you didn't get the point I was trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is, in Christianity you speak to a priest in order to connect to your creator. But whereas in Islam you don't have that middle ground. You speak directly to your creator, the one who made you, the one who understands you the most, and the one that knows what's best for you. You speak directly to him and to him only, and you will feel so much better. People say, I want a response, I want to know what's happening next, like that sort of thing. They want a response from the creator. But honestly, all you need to do is just speak. Even if you're speaking for 5 minutes, even if you speak for 1 hour, just speak and tell your whole truth and your whole feelings and express yourself by talking to your creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's it. You will feel so much better. Don't use music to express yourself and then lead yourself to doing something undesired, and you wouldn't realize it until it's too late, you know. People tend to probably use music as a form of making decisions. Listen to music, create music, do this with music, and then we'll see what happens after, you know, that sort of thing. Let me see, how long have I been going? 52 minutes ish, 53 maybe. I've slowed down quite a lot from the beginning of this talk till now. So what time is it? Yeah. Well, look, I don't know if anyone watches this. As of today of this recording, the first episode has only gotten about 8 views, I think. Not much view duration. I understand not many people have even gone past 1 minute, let alone 30 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds. I really hope, if you have come this far, if you're watching me talking and everything I've said so far, I really hope you guys, I know it's weird to say trust me because you don't know me like that, and I haven't really proven myself to be a trustworthy person. And also, me saying that might sound very suspicious, but I don't mean it in that way. I just mean, like, trust me, you don't have anything to lose. Just don't listen to music for 1 week. If you did 1 week, go to 2 weeks. We did 2 weeks, do 3, then 4, then 5. Keep on going, and then every time you want to pick up and listen to music, tell yourself, wait, no, I want to try not listening to music and see how things go. I want to see how I feel. What if I do this instead of laying down on my bed listening to music and thinking about things that are uncontrollable, or that is in the past, or that are unrealistic? If you're listening to music for love, well, this is a whole different discussion that I could also discuss. I am gonna see if you guys would like me to, but as of now, I fear that maybe not many of you guys would have reached this far. So yeah, the reason why I share all of this, like I've always said, I like walking. That's one reason. Two, it's a good way to make a YouTube video, something extra for you guys. And three, to clear up my head. But going back to making YouTube, it's not just about making a video and posting and that's it. I already made a video. I recorded something twice within the same walk, each about 30 minutes long, I think. And then I even cut myself up in both of these times and said, no, I'm not happy with it. I won't upload it. No one will gain anything from it. You know? So I do care about making something that you guys would appreciate. And guys, when I put my camera down, it's because there's a lot of people walking around. And that's gonna happen in a moment or two. I understand how it feels. Guys, I also want to mention this. If you guys would like to support my channel, you could, of course, you could do many things. One, subscribe, share my channel with other people who could also watch and maybe explore my experiences and maybe relate to what I have to say. Maybe in some way I could help you guys. I'm not a professional. I'm just a man who's gone through things in life. I've felt a whole lot more in my life. I've never told anyone. Maybe one day, if I do end up sharing something even deeper, you guys could learn from it, or relate to it, or not do what I did, which is learn from it. Yeah, you guys could share my channel, follow my Instagram. I tend to repost funny things I see online. I try my best to make the best things for you guys, share the best things for you guys. I also stay honest to what I have to say. I always want to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. That sounds very formal, but yeah. I have an idea of how I could potentially make this better than it already is. I don't think people would want to see my face, so I might do something different if I ever manage to get the things I need. Anyways, I think I might end it there. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stepping into the light episode, or night walk with me. I hope you guys made it this far out. I tend to talk a little bit slower, just to really emphasize some points, emphasize some ideas. This is MAHADONIII. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.